Welcome back to the Elanix AI YouTube channel that help you save time, save money, and avoid the headache with our AI systems. Today's video is a tutorial, a live build out. I'm re-updating or reinstalling and updating the agent for LinkedIn, Elanix AI's LinkedIn page. And what Kiora basically does is she drafts up a blog, high quality with the CTA to visit our website, and will do this based on a news feed. And it will do it every day, so maybe twice a day. A blog will be uploaded to our blog site and a post will be uploaded to our LinkedIn, and that happens automatically so we can focus on what really matters inside of the business. So let's get straight into it. So I'm in make.com, and how you would basically catch up with me is you would add an RSS module. Okay, in the beginning you click on this plus sign and here it is, RSS. RSS stands for Real Simple Syndication, and it's basically just a news feed from any type of site. It doesn't have to be about AI, it can be about movies, science, whatever the case is. You just have to maybe visit a website like this called feeder.co and just let it load. They have all the RSS feeds that you would need. So once you got that, you paste the RSS link into the URL section and you connect that to a router. The reason I'm installing this router is I want ChatGPT to not only draft a blog, but to draft a LinkedIn post and maybe a few other things, maybe an X post. So the more GPTs we have, the more we can do, and a router makes that possible. So in the first module, this is going to be drafting the LinkedIn post for Elanix AI. Completion tokens, I always say, it doesn't have to be so high, but it doesn't really matter if you leave it like that. Model 4.1 mini. There's always a lot of options when you choose a model. They basically just scale up in their ability. So 4.1 being the newest will probably be the best one, but it will also take the most credits. 3.5 GPT 3.5 is perfect. Okay, perfect balance of credits and in its skill or in its ability. So now we're going to add our message. The message is going to tell us or tell ChatGPT what to do in two forms. One being the developer system. So that's going to give the context of what the computer needs to do, what it should, how it should do it, and what it shouldn't do. And then one as the user, which is the same as you going to ChatGPT and typing a prompt at the bottom over there. So let's start with the system prompt. I'm going to just paste what I have in here. These prompts will be in a document. I'm going to be releasing a make.com course. If you want to get this document along with some others that highlight the prompts to use, everything, you can check that in the link below. So I'm going to give this agent an identity and a name. Okay. This talks about the tone: friendly, professional, casual, not robotic. Now, what I would recommend doing, especially if you want to get the best high quality blogs, is use something like Claude instead of ChatGPT. It's a lot more, it's a lot better with literature, and it's excellent for reading, writing, coming up with those types of ideas. So I would recommend Claude. When we build these out for a lot of clients, their business is a blog, so we use the best of the best, Claude being that. The tone, as you probably read, smart, not robotic. Always return the raw content in LinkedIn post modules. So what happens is when you use make.com and you creating an API call, the outcome comes with these symbols, spaces. If you notice, ChatGPT likes to say, okay, here is your blog post. And what happens is on your LinkedIn page, you're going to post the article, but it's going to say, hey, here is your article and here's a LinkedIn post. That's not a good look, right? So that is why we have these parameters and we use them in the system prompt. So it knows whenever it receives a new RSS feed, a news topic, it knows only return the blog post, to not add funny symbols, don't say anything else, only the blog post. And then when it comes to posting it, it's going to work a lot better. Okay, now it's time for the user prompt. System, I'm happy with. I'm going to paste in my user prompt. Good. Give it a name. So here's where we add the variables, okay? And the variables are the things that change every time this automation is running. So that's why we put it in the user prompt, because each time the title that will pull from this RSS feed module is going to be a different title. And that's how we do it. We take it from here and we just drag it into the prompt, the text content box, right? When the variable has this hollow outline, right, it means that something's not working, and it's not working, it's not carrying over the link. And Make.com, what they always do is next to the variable you have the content, so you can actually see if you're looking for the link, you'll put it there. Looking for the summary, you'll see what the summary is starting to say, and the title. Okay, now this I'm going to actually put in the system prompt. You don't want to overwhelm your user prompt, because that's going to take a lot more credits. Every time you use ChatGPT in an AI system like this, when it's running autonomously, it's taking credits, and those can add up. But with ChatGPT, what I found is you could reload your account with $5. That would be 60 Rand or maybe £4, and it would run for a good 6 months, 5 to 6 months. But as soon as you start adding more automations and more systems, it starts to pile up. So these methods working efficiently becomes really important. You do not want a big user prompt. It's going to take a lot of tokens for ChatGPT to process that, whereas the system prompt is a little different. So I pasted in basically what she has to do: snappy LinkedIn style post, engaging hook, explain why it matters, friendly call to action, learn more at Elanix AI. Okay. In the user prompt, we give the title, where the link can be found, or the source can be found, and then the summary. Okay. Maybe, yeah, that's cool. And then image input type, can leave that. Image detail, can leave that. And now we can save. Okay. And then if it's your first time doing something like this, I recommend, either way, I recommend renaming your modules so it looks a lot cleaner and you can understand what's going on. And this is the future of software development. Having to know how to code, right? Learning it with university, I see the similarities. So they'll tell you with coding, you want to name your variables, you type it, making an app and all of that code's going on. It's the same system here. You name your variables, you name your modules, you name your projects, so you don't get confused. As the system gets more complex, it's going to look like a huge mind map. So now we have the LinkedIn blog, okay, which is cool. I'm going to add in the next thing, which is going to be Airtable, because all of our agents are built with our partner Airtable. A link will be in the description if you want to sign up there. And it's amazing because now we can build our own apps with automations, interfaces, and forms, which means we can provide a whole suite of applications for business, like some of our clients, and then they turn around and they see everything is happening on autopilot. Isn't that beautiful? And AI makes it possible. And it's great to see. So I want the stuff that ChatGPT is coming up with to end up here, okay? And what happens with a lot of the time is people want to have some manual overview, some control over what's going in or what's going onto their page. And what we could do here is have a status button and have them check it. If they don't like it, they could click the redo button and the system will run again, try a different topic, maybe write the essay better or the blog post. And then when they're happy with it, they click live and it gets posted, but not until they're happy with what has been generated. Okay. But in my case, I trust my system, and I don't mind letting it do its thing. But it is understandable if, okay. So now we're going to connect it to Airtable, and what we're going to do is create a new record. And as soon as this blog is done, it's going to appear here with its title, post, and maybe a link to the LinkedIn post. and that way I can check it. Yeah, that would be cool. So over here we're going to select our base. It's this one. Scroll to the bottom, this one, and then we're going to go to AI RSS feed. Now, I didn't take you through creating the Airtable. I have made a couple of tutorials on the channel, but you would sign up with the link below, click on this little plus sign, and adjust all your fields to look like mine. Okay, short text for blog title, long text for the blog itself, a URL field for the LinkedIn, and then a status button. Okay, create that, and then you connect it to make.com, and you can carry on following along. So in the title, it's going to take it directly from the RSS feed. The blog post will be the result of the LinkedIn GPT module, and in the post we are going to do after we post it onto LinkedIn. Get that off. So this is going to be marked in progress. Okay, I'm looking at this module and I notice it says user text. I want to have a look and see if there's an organization. Yeah. Okay, so I think I selected the wrong one. We are actually trying to choose an organization post, right? Not an image post though. I was going to post to my personal page, which is possible if you want to do that. Create an organization text post. That's the one. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I need to reconnect. So I'm on the LinkedIn create an organization text post. And basically I accidentally said user text post, and that was my personal account. So it's organization text post. In there, same as before, you'll select your organization. You'll put in the content, which is result. Media type. You can select article. Then you can use the URL from the RSS feed, title, and in the description. Okay. Thumbnail, no thumbnail for now. Public. Okay, then you hit save. Then we connect that to our Airtable. Oops. And over here, we'll select post ID for now. And live, we can save. So now, in theory, once I click this and the play button, this system should work. Okay. Choose where to start. Select the first. So when you do a make.com automation, especially something that's time-based, so this will be triggered as soon as a new RSS feed is released. That's good because it's fresh news, brand new, and the agent's going to draft the blog for me and post it for me. But what you need to remember is I made the mistake of thinking it's going to run. You usually have to right click, choose where to start, and then you can choose over here. But I find that when you say from now on, it still doesn't work. So select the first RSS feed item, and then over here it's going to already bring some results. So I'll choose the newest one, the most recent one, implementing self-refining technique. Okay, save. Press the save button, run once. Now we're going to watch this agent do a work. And the error. Okay, let's go into LinkedIn. Click on this. Validation failed for 3 parameters. Value exceeded maximum length. Maximum length, maximum length. Okay. So I love including the errors because that's the most important part about this job. And if you're trying to start your own AI automation agency, or you want to get in the AI space, I really recommend following along with these tutorials, because it's not really building the system, it's fixing the problems, fixing the unexpected hiccups that come along. So this error is telling me it's too long. Whatever this GPT is putting out, let's have a look. So here's the result. Okay. Ever wish your AI could double check itself and get smarter on the fly? And look at this. I just have to mention this. I specified the tone with this GPT because I realized that with me working with AI and so much with the Elanix AI team, is we've realized what is AI just by looking at it. When someone has written something and it's just GPT copy paste, we understand already what the sentences look like, how the words look, words like elevate, so on and so such. It's just crazy that, you know, what's possible. You can change the tone with a prompt, but apparently this is too long. That's what it's telling me. So now I'll go into LinkedIn and look at what's going on here. Commentary for the post. Okay. This is a text post, right? Okay, so the scenario is working. It's working fine. But what I want to do now is get Kiora to provide the LinkedIn post that I can visit. This is not a valid link. This is just the ID of the blog. I want to be able to visit the post so I could implement a feature later on that allows me to look at the post and then approve it so I can have some sort of manual control. I'm going to choose my LinkedIn account. Okay, there we go. So what I've done is I've created another module. After it creates the organizational text post, this module is going to get that post. Since this module isn't bringing me the URL at all, I can say, okay, connect to my account. Post ID, I'll just take it from there. And in view context, doesn't really matter, but I'll just say reader, save. Then I'll hit the save button at the bottom, go to Airtable, LinkedIn post. Now this time, as you can see, this module is bringing me much more than I got from the previous one, which was just the ID. So we're gonna scroll up until we can find some sort of post link. Content landing page. There we go. Maybe it's that. Cool. Content landing page. Let's try it out. So let's save and hit run once. Error. Status code 400 means something is wrong with the account. Probably just need to once again update my permissions. But there you go. The problem has been solved. The first time it told us the post was too long. I'm not sure what happened there. Second time it just started working. Okay. Now we're adding a second LinkedIn module to get the URL of that post, allowing us to have some manual review before the post goes live. Okay, there we go. Save. Let's run it. Okay. Choose where to start. Select. Save. Run. There you go. Generating the blog. Okay, so you see this failed to load data. That tells me once again I have to update my connections. So these type of errors, right, it's just experience of doing this, but most of the time when something connected to your social media account, whether it's a LinkedIn, Instagram, WhatsApp type of module, you'll get a lot of errors because of the whole account connection. And this happens many times where you'll get an error and the only problem is it just needs to be updated, the permissions. So there you go, I've updated it. Let's run it again. It's drafting the blog. It's posting to LinkedIn, it's getting the link, and there you go. The eagle has landed. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so there we go. Here's the title, Launches Copilot. Here's the blog. You can actually expand on this. Sorry. There we go, there's the entire thing. But the LinkedIn post URL is still missing. Let's delete all of these because it's like empty space. Okay. Let's understand why this isn't bringing the URL. In Airtable, we can look at our variables that are coming out of the post. Commentary, post ID. Okay, let's Strange. So it's only returning an ID. Let's run this one more time. Okay, while that's running, I'm gonna open LinkedIn and have a look at what it's done for us. Okay, there you go. Another blog has been complete. Amazon develops AI architecture. This is my one problem. It's not providing the URL. Okay, that's okay. Okay, here we go. Let's go into Elanix AI. Okay, so there we go. That's the blog post. It looks nice, but we're gonna have to shorten this a bit. I think this is way too long. And if I have to compare this to the older blogs, as you can see over here, much more short, much more snappy. This is what we're going to try and get to. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and add it as an example for the agent to learn from. I'm also going to figure out how to get the URL for this LinkedIn post, because manual review will be important. So in this ChatGPT module, first thing I have to do is go to the system prompt, add at the bottom over there, here's an example post, follow this format. Okay, so that is our system over there. I've made it a little shorter. Let's run it for one last time and get that blog post. Select. I'm going to scroll a bit to the bottom over here. Zipu AI. Let's run it. So this should give us a lovely, professional, short and snappy LinkedIn post that provides value, but also provides a CTA to visit our website. As you can see, it's been complete. If we go to our Kiora interface, and what I'll do here is add a dashboard view. One of the amazing things about Airtable is you can create these different interfaces and views that make things easier. So now it's providing the title, the blog post, the LinkedIn post, and the status. If I go to LinkedIn, okay, I go back to the company page. Okay, we're on the LinkedIn page, and once again, these blog posts are a bit too long. It's a lot shorter than the previous one, but it's still a lot of reading. We want something a lot shorter. So I'm going to go back to make, and in organizational text post, I'm going to go in here. Okay, I'm going to click article. I'm going to add the URL of the RSS feed, the title, and the description. Okay, I'm going to save it. In ChatGPT, I'm going to go into the module and I'm going to alter the system prompt. Okay, so write a short, snappy LinkedIn post. I'm also going to customize the user prompt. Here we provide the description instead of the summary. Let's include the summary and save it. So now it doesn't have any choice to write something that's long because it can only look at the summary. Drafting up the post, posting it on LinkedIn. Okay, let's check Kiora once again. Close that. Here we go. This is a brand new one, Microsoft Edge. We got some emojis in there, and I still think it's a bit long, but okay, this is a huge improvement. If I go into the LinkedIn page and I refresh this and I go to our recent post, there you go. And I've fixed but now that I added the link to the RSS feed, it's a lot better because now people can go to the official post and look at it and have a whole read of it if they want to. So I'm very happy with how this came out. Now obviously this is a third of the entire system, but I wanted to make this video to show you the whole process of building an AI agent, from unexpected errors to hiccups, things not working. It's all part of that process. But I do encourage you to start learning. Link will be in the description for our Gumroad community, as well as our website if you want to build a system, purchase a system, or to book a consulting call with me or one of the team members. I'll take you through Kiora as I end off. So now we have this RSS feed function almost polished. What I would add here is maybe a calendar that shows when each of the posts were made, and I can do that with all of these view options over here. I also have, from the previous videos of me talking about Kiora, she has the title blog generator. So for someone building this system, you would have to add a module for writing a blog. I already have that connected. So this, when I click get titles, I just have to type in some rough idea, click get titles, and then I get 10 high quality blog titles. Those get automatically taken to the content queue. Okay, and here's the title it came up with. It will choose one from the 10, or I will choose, and come up with a blog, put it in its series that it belongs to, and give me a status. As soon as it's shared, it's going to be live on Notion, which I'll be able to visit in live launches. So here is the blog title, name, there is the Notion link, and the tokens used. Once again, I'm really moving towards the efficiency aspect to AI because it's such a new thing, but I can already recognize that in the future, as a business, if you have this running, maybe you have our invoice generator, or you have our email builder, any one of our systems, you will want to know how many tokens are being used, because that's going to become it's going to become such an important number as we move forward in the future of AI. So that is why all of our systems are getting implemented with our efficiency features, just to help everyone out. These are the LinkedIn blogs, and that is it for the tutorial. I hope this helped. Once again, I wish something like this came out when I was starting out, just somebody going through the common errors in real time, right? It's truly unfiltered. You get to see how this process goes. And if you want to learn more, all the links are in the description. Sign up for Make, Airtable, and build this yourself. And remember, with Elanix AI, it's more than possible.